Hello, and welcome back to Warlock 2. Things are going somewhat poorly. We got nuked in the previous episode by some spell, which I'm suspecting might be Firestorm. I mean, that's not... It's not that much damage, though. It's just 15. And it killed two lords that were basically at full health. So no, I still don't know what he cast that did so much damage, and it was a pretty big... That's single target. Spawns a volcano, wasn't that? Armageddon? Plus 2 rings of surrounding hexes. Yeah, it looks like he cast Armageddon on me, if I had to guess, which is... You can't go any further. That's like the hardest spell to research in the game, so I'm not sure how he has that already. Maybe there was a divine spell that does something similar. I don't know. So one thing I was thinking about, why is the barracks is being built? Okay. It's like, why is this crossed out? It's like, well, okay, that's why. I was thinking this harbor, I know I've destroyed it and relocated it already. I might actually just destroy it again. Because the harbor, as you can see, has a 50% gold bonus on it. And this is my gold town. So I need a harbor if I want to be able to embark. But it makes way more sense to have the harbor here. So I think we build a harbor here and then we dismantle this one. And that will allow me to get more buildings here. And something I didn't show in the previous two parts, but I guess I could. There is a building tree. This gives you sort of your tech. So up to here are sort of your main 3 techs on the building line for each given town. So we have food, gold at the market, and then mana at the mana trap. And some of these are going to be different depending on the race that you're playing. So obviously as monsters, I get the Goblin Guild, which gives me my spearmen and archers, and if you see up here, sharpshooters and seasoned spearmen. These are the units I really want. These are way better. And in order to get access to those, I need a training grounds. And what this does, as you can see there, required 4, it lets me upgrade 4 unit types. So I could upgrade the archers and the spearmen, but it also, just having one of these in my empire, will let me upgrade some other units. So over here, I've got my robbers. They can upgrade to pirates, and the rats can upgrade to strong rats, which is, you know, not that exciting, I guess, but I mean, it's nice that I can do it, I suppose. And the strong rats, I mean, I can also just summon those with my spell. But yeah, so having a training ground somewhere in my empire will help me do that sort of thing. Likewise, Troll Bridge. I have old trolls here. These would be amazing. Requires a military academy, which is under the magic line. Yeah, so I need a magic town somewhere if I want to upgrade the trolls. This would also let me get shamans, which I could upgrade, and werewolves, which I could upgrade. And those are actually really nice units. So I might actually try to do that. Everything else under here, this is all stuff that depends on the terrain that you have. So harbor and shipyard, for example, is next to water. Coatl house, you have to have a Coatl village. Elven bungalow, you need an elven village. These are resources in this game. And so there's a lot of random things here. Fishing village. This is just unique because, oh yeah, I guess it shows here that next to water. So it shows what resource you need. Yeah, so next to water. Also, what level your town has to be at. So if it has this icon, this is Pop 5, this is Population 10. And then, finally, this massive grid. These are all of the unique resources in the game. So if I'm not sure about something, I could, for example, if I find fish in here. Is there fish? Here it is, fish farm. This is the only thing I can build from fish. So that's something you can use if you see a resource and you want to know what you can do with it. And some of these will be different depending on what race you're playing as. So that's something to check if you are into it. And then this is just a reminder of which gods we're allowed to worship, and if we get access to a holy ground resource, which temples we can build on that holy ground. And also which units we can produce. And it might seem like we have a lot of money, but these units cost 700 gold apiece. So I guess Grumgog would be going for Champions of Grumgog if we had it. 700 gold apiece, that gets pretty pricey pretty quickly. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of show that. Alright, so now they are coming for me. This town is pretty useless. Can do a little bit of damage. Yes, these 4 women are really strong. And actually, if we can see the upgrades from here. The white ones, they just have by default, so Svart are just, not dwarves, but kind of dwarves. The Svart race has resistances to melee missile by default. This is just kind of a thing a lot of archers get. And then Masterwork armor, so they're actually putting their armor on those units.
Best archers in the world.
Alright, spell ready. Well, we'll put the rats out that way, because then they're not going to cause us trouble.
I proclaim peace.
Okay. We're not in a very good position, so we'll do that. I expect him to declare war on me in about 3 or 4 turns, because the AI is very diplomatic like that. Alright, so you are full health. It's debatable whether I even need to be keeping these, because they do cost upkeep, but they're so minimal. I mean, it is resources, but... yeah, 90.8 converted to money, 45.4, so as I said, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. And building more food is easier for our faction than building more money, so having massive food centers is actually how I get most of my money usually, playing as monsters. Are you... I guess you're going up this way. The idea was we were going to settle in the Lands of Death and maybe do something cool with those new resources. Alright, so that's the other thing. When I was showing that resource page in the bottom here, a lot of these resources, I think the only ones we found in our starting area were fish, pigs, and iron? Oh, and oyster, right. And oyster. Oyster is actually pretty good. I think that might be just because of the terrain type that we started in. Because that's a pretty good resource to have early on. But a lot of these resources are not very good. And all of the cool stuff is going to be in deeper shards, which... well, I guess we can do it this way. I mean, we've seen 2 worlds so far. Probably, I don't know which of these 3 it is, but one of them will have a connection to more, which is where the Svart came from, Es Kaliborn. And then from here we can also probably go down further. And I'm thinking now this is probably 3rd tier, 4th tier. I'm not sure. And we're going to have to go to a 3rd tier planet probably to connect to the other 2 players. Who are probably fighting it out over there, tier 2. Alright, so grab the caravan. And I guess we'll move our rats through here. So since we are not currently at war, this is one of the reasons to expand out. You see magic fields, like this is one of the better resources. There are more oysters here. There are also pumpkins. Pumpkins are a starting resource you can get. These are actually really good. They're 4 food, 4 mana. But I think, so since we have peace, I don't know how good these strong rats are going to be against skeletons. But I'm going to move them out. And we're going to try to clear that graveyard. Where are you? You are here, okay. And am I casting a spell? I am not. So, a couple of things that we can try to do. These swamps are not great because they have building upkeep. We can also try to improve the quality of some things. So you can see... Pub, here it is. Oh, the pub is 20% production increase. Well, fertile lands. Turn any lands fertile. It doesn't say what that does exactly, but let's try it. We'll do some terraforming. Okay. Spell is ready. Actually, if we're building up here, we probably want to build by the portal. And if we build by the oysters, that'll be good too. So maybe in this area somewhere, get the pumpkins. So spell ready, I'm going to cast it here. I don't think it'll affect the water. Okay, but we now see these tiles went from nothing to a 20% food modifier. And part of that was just a test, because it wouldn't tell me how good fertile was, and we were already at 20% default just for being in the tropical. I think it's a tropical world. So tropical gives us 20% food production anyway for most of these, just natively. So that's kind of whatever. Speaking of whatever, oh, minus 50% food on the fish farm. This thing is it even worth it? It's 4 food for a tile. I mean, it's better than a farm. Farm's required for all of the other stuff, including goblins, like all your basic troops, though. Well, we have a mana trap here, and we do need a mana town, so I guess this will be it. Also, building here can get me more roads, which will be really nice. And that, we'll just do it here, I guess, for now. Alright, so get ourselves an alchemy laboratory. This also gives us +2 research, which we start with 5. And we also get a penalty because we became a missionary. So, more research, that's going to make a significant boost on our ability to do that. In fact, we might even just want to get a second one here. This town is pretty temporary. There were no resources here. I just built it because it was close to the portal. I'll probably transform it into a town. I was going to say a fortress town, but it depends on how threatened I'm feeling. Making this a fortress town really makes it hard for enemies to invade into our shard. Yeah, I think we'll build another one of these. So we're basically doubling our research in a few turns. As for here, we have a double farm because we had a farm quest. That's right. Can you guys even build? Kind of. Interesting. Okay. So I guess this is going to be another farm town. Now we could go Pearl Farm for money, but, well, I mean, that is 12 gold a turn, whereas food is only 6 a turn per town, is 1 per 2 food. Maybe we'll just do that for now. Alright, more spears. More archers. Okay, we're just going to... There we go. Keep that open. That means that we have line of sight of all water tiles. Oh, there's a shipwreck out here we could explore. I guess there could theoretically be stuff out this way. Maybe we send a rat out that way or something, which I guess would be you. Yeah. Might as well explore it. Yeah, we don't really want to end our turn on those hills. In fact, if we do a fertile lands here, we can restore all that, and that'll make that safer. One sad thing about the... Oh, I have a rat here. Okay, you know what? You can do it. One sad thing about the terraforming is that it kind of erases the identity of the shards after a while. This town, it is population 5, so I think it's producing... It says +2, but if I look at here, Darkwing plus 3.9. I mean... Okay, it is plundered for another 3 turns. And then we get rid of that debuff. But then we're still gonna get, so, a penalty just because this is a different race. It's undead. So we might actually want to destroy this and build our own, especially if we want that magic field, which we definitely want the magic field. Okay, but if I do that... Yeah, these hills don't hurt me anymore. These dead plains are fine. Upgrade, I can make you drilled. 10% unit power. Alright. We'll increase your damage by 1. Strong rats, you have fine armor and masterwork armor. Oh, you can't drill. Okay, you can't drill the rats. And they're probably gonna die. Okay, these rats are injured. Let's actually just heal. There's not really any way to get in there.
My eye, Captain.
Okay, I don't need to get orders from you guys ever again, and I guess you are going this way. Get a settler through. I should probably be building another settler. I forgot to... Oh no, I didn't forget. Okay. Yeah, you guys... You can be the settler city. Because you are big enough for that.
Boat ready.
And I guess, yeah, I can go fertile. It's not going to make a difference for a lot of this terrain. But it will get rid of the swamp, which saves me a gold a turn. Oh, I'm actually burning a lot of mana doing this. Okay. Right, because my mana income is not the best. I mean, we have...
Attention.
Okay, we'll just end your turn there. Someone declare war on me. Es Kaliborn. We're at war. You're not even gonna give me a message? Oh, maybe there is when I, Yeah, Gosh, stop waiting stupid things. Yeah, like I said, the AI is not the best in this game for really much of anything. Alright, well we now have boring plains here instead of all this Selva stuff. Which is more food if I want it. It also means I can build there without having a 1 gold per penalty turn, and I could actually do that underneath. Underneath things if I want to. So, like, if I build in a swamp, I can get rid of the swamp later. I might actually want to do another one here. Although if we're at war... Probably just more rats.
You point, we shoot. Sproing.
I mean, we can do damage. Alright, what's out this way? Just regular skeletons. And apparently undead are not immune to weakness. That's good to know.
Spear? Oh, you know we... Yes?
Skeleton warriors. Let's get some experience
God!
on the spears. Okay, we cleared the graveyard. Two, three. Alright, so we killed the archer. Clearing the graveyard's the important part. Fewer skeletons will spawn out that way. We're not going to pillage that town until we decide to build there ourselves.
You know a nice place for a city.
I do.
Market. Where is market?
Where is market? Yes, you guys were all kinds of fun back in the Majesty days, because you would spawn at the market and destroy it, costing me all my money. It was wonderful. Alright, so I just assume this is the strongest unit I can produce, so I'm going to give him both armor upgrades. I'm starting to run out of those. Here, we probably just want more trolls. 200 gold. It's expensive, but these are going to be better for us than any of these. Sign unit. Water of Death. Interesting. Okay, causes damage. Where are you? You are over here. Okay. Oh. Next turn. You can crit my rats. Meanies. Oh, you're taking damage just for being on the ground. Well, we should be able to finish this off. Still don't see any people coming in. Oh. That's forest. And there is an undead town here. And it's black instead of brown, which I think means this is a neutral town, as opposed to a town that has been conquered by monsters. And the fact that they have green bats kind of lends me that assumption as well. There's a spider hatch here. Well, there's some things you can do with that. Oh, there was a graveyard there. That's why I couldn't spawn there. Well. These rats are actually not bad. I've never really used this unit before. Despite playing as King Rat, I don't spam the rats because they just seem, you know, not the best. Do we go werewolves then here, as I looked at this earlier, or do we go shamans? Shaman is more mana and more research. And if we look down here, I do really want that military academy. So, ooh, that's expensive. Yeah, this is the problem with the magic tech tree. You're looking at 25 gold per turn upkeep here. 27, 28 for this whole thing. So you don't really want your first town to be magic. Unless you're playing undead, maybe. Magic Bazaar is double mana income on the town, though, so I mean, I guess we just kind of build everything. But we're going to start with not the Chateau of Lugaru. We're going to go with Shaman. Ah, okay. And that gets us a nice road. And then you get to just start mass-producing shamans until we run out of money. Here, this is probably a food place, ultimately. Yeah, for now. This doesn't cost upkeep. And gets a food bonus. So we'll build the fishing village so that they can farm the land. Okay. Probably get another settler. Might want to build in that swamp just for the convenience. You guys, we're not building a unit for a turn. That's probably okay. With all the rats, I do have a decent amount of melee, so we're gonna get probably more archers than spears. Although once we get shamans, I mean, trolls are melee, but then the shamans are going to be ranged. So, I mean, yeah, we have a decent balance. Trolls are also siege, but I think they'd be more effective than my goblins anyway, just when it comes to a straight-up fight. Speaking of trolls, start making your way across. So one thing that's pretty nice about this game is just how fast-paced it is. Like I was saying, in, I guess it's like 2.5 hours in, and we're already, like, we've already fully cleared a planet, we're halfway through a second, we've already been at war with somebody, we've lost all 3 of the lords, or I've been calling them heroes, but the in-game terminology is lord. I'll probably still keep calling them heroes. But yeah, I feel like everything kind of just keeps moving really quickly in this game. I don't know, it's relative, I guess. Alright, and we can cast this to try to not die to Armageddon, or whatever. Maybe he found like a random gem in a vault that he cleared out or something that gave him access to that spell. I don't know, it's weird. Lesser weakness I have access to, but I think my rats just automatically inflicted on bite, so even though I started with this as my leader, that's kind of a wasted slot, honestly. From character generation. Alright, but we'll do this. 30 mana. It is actually only 15 to cast. Like, I got refunded if I cast it in my own territory, so that's something I can be, instead of just spawning them right where I need them. If I spawn them around Darkwing, it is technically cheaper, which is, you know, good to do. I think it's also about time for Barony Domain Management, which my tooltips are doing something weird again. Optimal number of cities +1. So if I get that, then I can have 1 more city without it causing unhappiness every turn, which I'm still getting. Now Dragon Hall. Oh yeah, my main capital. Capital's upset because I keep pillaging buildings, and I'm going to continue to keep pillaging buildings. Alright, so if we get our harbor here, as you can see, we have quite a bit of money here. I mean, it's not... We have some money here. We could also get a bank, which would get us 50%, and that allows us to build a mint, which is 75, I think. So we can stack all those bonuses and try to get some money out of this, but monsters are not great at it. It's mostly just because I have pearls. However, we will put the harbor. Might as well build it forward, because that's where we're going to get our ships coming out. Okay, strong rats. Being able to run across hills quickly would be good. More melee damage would be good. I mean, all of these are good. I think I'm actually going to take the damage. Because I need to. I need somebody who can do damage. Okay, 1, 2. We're going to do this, which is a little bit risky because we're exploring new stuff. Okay. Enemy damage goes down as they take damage. So we can take advantage of that. And you maybe we'll actually just heal for a turn. Okay, Archer. More damage, missile resistance. I don't know, I feel like I'm mostly against the Svart player, against Es Kaliborn, he doesn't seem to have too many archers. He's basically dwarves, right? So their archers aren't going to be the best. I think I'm more worried about plus 1 damage. I mean, it is percentage based, so it'll be like plus 1.8 or something. Keep a unit for defense, which reduces the amount of damage the city takes as long as the unit's in there. Yeah, I'm mostly worried about melee and elemental from this guy. Okay. This is on a hill, yeah, so I just get slower every time I go in there anyway.
Spears ready.
Spears ready, excellent. Trolls.
Attention.
Heal up. Okay, there was nothing out here. I can just loot that. You might have noticed from the tooltip, Chasm is 2 spirit magic per turn. That's damage you take for being over this tile. That only matters if I had flying units, which I don't have access to yet. Actually, come to think of it, do the monsters even have a flying unit? Like, I know the undead have bats. We might not. Not outside of summons or whatever. But yeah, that's just so you can't fly over the edge of the planet for forever. You have to eventually land. At least I'm assuming that's why they did it that way. And that is the consequence of that. I should actually be conquering this. I'm moving too many units down this way. It's because I'm at war, but being at war, I'm not sure how it matters because they're not really doing anything. Okay. Spell ready. I don't have to do the thing that pops up here first every time, I guess, but... was there another graveyard over this direction? Oh, there's a garbage dump. Right, I could be fighting cockroaches over here. So yeah, I should have been refunded my mana slightly. There's a village cemetery here. What's your upgrade? Furious Charge. I think... Oh, Dead Marshes isn't great. Okay, that's a lot of units out here. Now these are just the basic skeletons, so my rats should be able to beat them, I think. Cockroaches took +1 movement on level up. Oh, and +1 sight. Okay. Now you can see their level here. Neutral monsters do get stronger, which is another reason why the later shards are a lot more dangerous. Because not only do they have tougher enemies, but they also have enemies that have leveled up and have random upgrades. And random upgrades means it's not predictable. You don't know what you're going to be fighting against. Alright, well, probably just a percentage food bonus. It seems like a good idea. Pub is +5, whereas granary is 50%. You need to calculate without the 20% bonus. So we're at 15.2, it looks like. 15.2 plus 20%, which is, I guess, exactly 3. Oh yeah, that would be approximately 3. Yeah, so 15.2. So with 50% is actually 7.5, so it's going to be more valuable. And we might as well build the granary on the tile that doesn't have a food bonus, because the percentage bonus only affects this thing if it's producing food. So the farm would be better, but the granary doesn't care, it just makes everything better. So we're going to do that. Get a spear, haven't gotten one in a while.
Did you shoot something?
Monster-eating spiders.
Release.
Oh, that might be why the spiders are damaged, because they're on planes of death. Yeah, there's a spider nest here. let's just clear that. Some resources. There's a barrow over here. Okay. Also, these Plains of Death tiles, they are harmful to me, but they are also plus magic. So actually, with a barrow here, I might actually want to just settle in this location. I don't know what these Bones of Ancient do. It's just like a unique structure that exists on the Plains of Death somewhere. Maybe it's just a map generation thing. Oh yeah, and you can see, brown is like Marauder, and gray is just neutral. So this is just a neutral town that we could try to take. Alright, but with the barrow and all of this, I mean, I guess I could check. What do I get to build in a barrow? If I build a monster town, what does barrow get me? If it's mana and or research, that's definitely somewhere we want to build a magic town. Okay, this is a spider hutch. What does a barrow look like? This is like magic field or something. Magic node, magic field. Iron. Oh, here maybe? Yeah. Tent researchers. Okay, mana and research. That's so barrow is like a broken Stonehenge. Okay. Well,
Yes?
we did produce a gnome settler. We're gonna build another one.
What now?
Just keep building them. I have 3 of them coming in. Well. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Build, build, build!
Okay, we're gonna go here, and that'll get us some roads, and then we're gonna go here. So that's 1, 2. This has spiders. Spider hatch, I think, lets me make silk robes for my mage units, which can be pretty cool. We'll probably just have a city back here that's just existing for the sake of making me money. Alright, you definitely could use a heal. Two, 3, 4. Okay, I could build on that tile. It's 4 tiles away from Millburn. I could build there and get more money. The problem with all these little towns is that I think they do still take food. No, I only have 6 listed there. Okay, never mind. Maybe they don't. Well, let's can I click on you? Food 0. You are producing mana for me. Yeah, special cities grow slower, so holding off on that might be a good idea too. All right. Do I want to cast a spell? Who's my... You're my really strong rat. So let's make you even stronger. Oh. Yeah, unit dead. Is that a regular rat? I thought it was a strong rat. Spell ready. So we'll do that. We'll also get... maybe we'll do another melee resistance and do one of the other rats on the other side. Okay, Audich finished building and can build again. So we've got a university. And I guess we'll build it here just so we have a road there. Could build it there. Probably want to destroy this farm, honestly, and then get another structure. Yeah, because it'll probably get the military academy. I mean, we could build it there just because it would look cool. Destroying the farm does not only get rid of some food, but does give a happiness penalty. I don't want to do that unless I need to. Speaking of which... More turn on the harbor, okay. Oh, more trolls. It's unfortunate that this isn't right next to the water. This town. Okay, we've got a laboratory here. We could go Shaman again. But I think this one's going to be Chateau de Loup-Garou. Just so we can get more unit types. Build on that swamp, so it'll cost extra upkeep.
Best archers in the world.
Which is not great, but it's fine. No, let's continue healing. Okay, you're actually holding your own here. We did not... There we go. Tooltip takes a while to update. I mean, I say that. I could go here and clear the garbage dump and I'd get to loot it. But I would lose these rats. So let's just... Oh, they've got a settler over here. That's good to know. Man, these rats are so bad. Rune 4 woman, that's gonna kill the standard rat. It's okay, she can't kill both of them.
You know a nice place for a city.
They're the ones that declared war on me. This is entirely their fault this time. Last time was my fault. Although them declaring war on me is a little bit more confusing because... I guess this is the fastest because that tile's always in use for the units. Because when I declared war on them, at least I got something out of it. I conquered a city and destroyed another one and killed a bunch of units right away. They declared war on me and then I didn't even see any of their units for a few turns. Okay, rat. I guess we'll just sleep you there until we send someone over just to make sure that we have line of sight. You guys are building. Okay, next gnome goes this way.
We are here.
Dead marshes. I don't want to be in the marsh because it's 50% defense penalty. Well, I can't drill the rats. Upgrades are also super expensive. That's a way to burn through your money. Oops, we see... Yeah, 77. We make quite a bit returns still, but I guess that's...
Point. We shoot.
Half of that is food. Okay, you'll come down this way because we actually see an enemy unit. Shamans. So 160, they're kind of expensive. They do spirit damage, which is really nice because this is the hardest resistance in the game to get. Thick hide, yeah, melee. That's just because they're a goblin. They also have a heal ability, which is life magic, so you can't use it on undead. This is different than the reconstruction spell, for example, which does elemental heal. So that does work on undead units as well as machines. That's pretty expensive because it's starting to cost mana and upkeep as well. But they are going to be better than our other units. Okay, they shot at me with an archer and then didn't kill somebody with the 4 women. Yeah, okay. 2 to 12, I like those odds. Let's just move here. Switching from Age of Wonders, it's kind of having to get used to things again, like melee units not having melee overwatch, not having zones of control. There is actually a unit in this game that has zones of control. I think it's the guard has an ability called document inspection, which makes everybody around him slower. It's kind of funny. Alright, and then here I should be able to finish you off. Skeleton veteran there, okay. Yeah, there's a cemetery.
Cut! Cut!
No, leveled up. Now we have a spell upgrade, or spell ready. You do not have... do not have that buff. Do we want to keep just doing that spell? We can also do frost weapons. Actually give somebody more damage. Out of these, it's going to be blade wall for sure. Of course, defense assumes that we don't just instantly die. Other rat. You... Ah, it's a fortress town. Okay, that's good information. It also means you're dead, because this thing has a range of 3. And, oh, there's iron here. Okay. So we might as well explore. I'm assuming that they're going to shoot at you. Let's deny them the experience. You still get vision until the end of the turn. That's actually something I really like about this game, with line of sight. So you move out of an area, the fog of war doesn't come back until you hit end turn.
A new city has been founded, my lord.
Okay, you got Greyville. Can't move there because it's 2 movement, and these trolls don't know how to do hills. You are which one? You are this one. Okay. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter where you are. Man, I have a lot of units. Okay, yeah, they don't take much damage. Hmm.
Market. Where is market?
Alright, so end turn. Now I have to decide, because I'm at 7 out of 6, so I'm going to increase, see up here, too many cities. I'm getting unhappiness as a result. So are there any of these cities I don't really care about? Milburn kind of comes to mind. It is, I mean, it's getting me decent money just because that has the pearls. Also, if I just wait I guess if I just wait 2 more turns, actually, I get my duchy management and I can have 1 more city. So maybe we'll just do that. We'll eat a couple turns of discontent. Okay, spell ready. Fortress Town's going to be 500 health. That's going to be silly. Okay, we took out the garbage dump. I could enchant you. I don't think I need to, though. Somebody we want more damage on. These strong rats are our strongest unit, funnily enough. So we'll give them some cold damage. And... maybe some range defense, because I think they're... Yeah, pretty bad. Them being a beast does not help. Ah. James the Crooked Knife and Rune Forewoman. Okay, well they have units here.
Ready to shoot something?
Kill their hero. Attack into you. 30 base damage. I mean... That's 10%, yeah, 10 elemental and 20 melee. Like, that's really gonna hurt. Really gonna hurt. If we do that, I think we actually just get to loot it. Okay, we'll steal their loot. This is why I like having a lot of archers, because I can shoot things like this without just having my units die. Whereas fighting into melee, especially when the melee is significantly superior to what I have. Disgusting. Even if I upgrade you... I mean, that would make a significant difference. And if you instantly die, I get these upgrades back. Oh boy. Okay, we got a crit on her. Good for us, I guess. Okay, and now they're weak. Unit power minus 25%. Okay, we might be able to take both of them out. We might also just lose all our units. That's always a possibility. So mill.
Attention!
Wait, you're the one over here. It kind of hate that it does that. We'll definitely take melee resist, since you're going to be tanking some Rune Forewoman in the future, probably. Oh, I thought things were looking pretty bad last time. Still not sure why they were able to cast Armageddon. But if we look at... Oh, let's just start negotiations. Yeah, you can see.
We'll talk with you.
Their resources have gone way down. Just, I guess, because they're at war or something. I'm not entirely sure. I assume they cheat on the resources. Maybe they just start with a whole bunch. I don't know. But they had... like 1,500 gold and 2,000 mana at the start of this war. So I don't think they're going to be casting a lot of powerful spells over time. Hopefully. Maybe they'll get one more.
You point, we shoot.
No, the Chateau of Loup-Garou is taking a while. Oh, did I not get attacked? Oh, I had a unit that was healing and then it was done healing, so it didn't actually end my turn. Yeah, a unit has no tasks. Okay, they're gonna heal and run away. That is Probably a good thing to do, and they killed my strong rats. Oh, what? I guess
No, not again.
trying to kill my units. I guess that makes sense.
A
Spears
new
ready.
spell has been researched, my lord.
And you are... Oh no, that is because you have a buff on you. Spell ready if I want missile defense on somebody. Do I? Maybe we try to make this troll as sturdy as possible. Yeah, look at these stats. Troll can't drill, can it? No. Trolls are not disciplined. Ah, okay. Barony Domain Management, and if we click on him, we can see that he does not have that researched yet. Although he does have public relations. Alright, so Harvest Blessing. This is 50% extra food for 2 mana a turn. It's a good spell to cast on my most prosperous cities, but if you remember from last time, I already have Blessing of Fertility, 75% for 1. This is obviously the superior spell. Generally, the divine spells will be, because you're locked out of them based on which gods like you. And I guess I never explained the deity wheel, so I can go into that in a moment. But these two blessings would stack if I wanted to. Just like I could go Prosperity and Blessing of Life, and they would stack as well. In fact, let's see, 65 population for 1 mana, 40 population for 2. More like Lesser Heal, which is 12 mana for 4 life. Oh, this is 28 for 20, but, you know, it's pretty nice. We could also consider getting some offensive magic. Lightning Bolt, I remember being pretty good against the Sparts, because I think there's a hidden modifier on this where if you hit somebody who's wearing metal armor, it does something fun. So let's grab Lightning Bolt. Alright, Deity. Yeah, so this thing here, I think I moused over it before, but I never explicitly stated what this does. So these are the 8 gods in the game. This is us. We are very close to Grumgog. Grumgog is mortal enemies of Kralm, so we have a negative reputation with Kralm. So by being close to Grumgog, you can also see we're kind of close to Agrila and Lunard. Our position has some closeness to it. Everybody else kind of dislikes us just because of how far out we are. So Agrila is goddess of life, Lunard is the god of the moon, and Grumgog, god of pestilence. So these are kind of the 3 that we're going to have access to here. Es Kaliborn, it looks like, is going towards Daros, god of law. So he has Helia, the sun goddess, and Agrila, goddess of life, sort of as his 3. So that's kind of... it's kind of neat. I like how this system works out. The thing I don't like about it is if you hit 100 with one god, which is really easy to do if you make temple cities, you can basically just end the game by doing an avatar victory by killing the avatar of the opposing god. Now, that's going to be a really hard fight, especially if you do it early. But I'm deliberately going to avoid hitting 100 because I don't even want the avatar to spawn, because I don't find that to be a terribly interesting way to win the game. In fact, I could have just disabled the avatar victory at the start of the map, but I didn't. And I guess just for completion, I'll go over the other ones. Kralm is the old god. He's like the father of the gods. Crypta is the goddess of death, and Fervis is the god of chaos. As you can see, life and death are opposed, sun and moon are opposed, order and chaos, or law and chaos, are opposed. As you'd expect. And then, because we're playing monsters, we get Grumgog. Who was it? Grumgog, Agrila, Helia, and Fervis are our 4, I believe. Which is kind of interesting. If we want to build temples to the gods, those are the only 4 that we can build.
Spear. Oh, you know we spears, yes?
Alright, that harbor is done. Time to destroy my harbor, so that I have the ability to build a training grounds. Which will take me 4 turns. Let's finish that road. Training grounds is incredibly important to have because it'll allow me to actually build units that aren't terrible. You've probably noticed just how much better the strong rats were than the regular rats. This will be a significant upgrade to my goblin archers and spearmen as well, so 4 more turns from now my units will not suck quite as much. And I think that's a good spot to stop for today. Oh, got our first shaman, that's exciting. Also, it doesn't have to travel by boat to get to the portal, that's very exciting. So we'll continue the invasion of the Deadlands next time. I will see you then.